Yes, y'all. Hey, we back, we back. Oh, bro, I ain't see that, man. That boy got on the nice little bling bling. Hey, man,
Dog.
we appreciate y'all for joining us under this shield. Hey, let's just take our time on this one, man. Let this thing breathe. Like, hey, D Nice say, let this thing breathe. Let this breathe right quick. Cause what I want to do is I want to do a special contribute, right? This is a nice, we're gonna end this year right, 24. I'm gonna show and tell y'all brothers how much I care about y'all and I appreciate y'all through this whole call. And so I'm gonna let this breathe. I'm gonna take my time with it. I ain't gonna rush it. Welcome to the Shield. This is December 18th, 2024. Guess what? This is a day that no other man has saw before. And we're going to ingratiate and appreciate this day. But on this day, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to let it breathe. We're going to introduce the co hosts here, right? Up first, we're going to introduce my man in the middle, lean back, diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging in your scene with the gang. King Lemuel.
Man. Hey, it's hard to believe we at the end of the year, y'all. Y'all been rolling and riding with us for all this time. We really love y'all. We appreciate y'all. I love my brothers on the call. I just want to say thank you guys. I know. Lo said we're gonna let it breathe, but let me just get mine off a little bit right now. I want to thank everybody who's ever watched, ever tuned in, ever liked, ever subscribed to our program. We love you. We appreciate you. We're looking for bigger and better things coming in 2025. So I'm gonna start off like that. Let me hand it over to my man Rome.
And then,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
hold on, wait for that applause, because I'm gonna leave this up next. Okay, so to my right is my man, Young Romy, aka Jay, Jerome, whatever you want to call him, JJ from Good Time, whatever. My man over here, or Bridges. Who else they called you wrong? The other celebrities.
Lorenz Tate, Lil Penny, everything,
Yeah,
man.
Little
Lil
Penny. That's
Penny.
what I'm talking about. Little Penny. That's Romy. What you got for the people, Romy? For the end of the
Hey,
year.
man, you talking about the bling bling shirt. Actually, this is my hunting gear that I got on today, folks. I'm just in the hunt mode. This is the year that we kick this thing off. So I felt like, hey, it's only right that I put this type of shirt on for today as we
Be,
reflect on
be
everything.
easy, Rome. You know this is a relationship show. We don't need you to pull out them guns and start hunting. I thought I saw a pudding cat. Ain't that what they said? Hey, Liv, ain't that what your boy Buzz Bunny used to say? I thought I saw
Uh-huh.
a pudding cat. Huh?
Hey, it's a such thing next week. People gonna be eating all kind of stuff. So hey, my thing is, that's the type of hunting I'm talking about, the wildlife. But
Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
but
We,
no, I'm thankful for everybody that tuned in to any and every one of our episodes this year. Thankful for the brothers on the call here, Los, my brother Los, who said, "Hey man, I think we should kick this back off in the new year," and we did. Then I said, "Hey, we're gonna kick it off. We need to get Lim involved because he was a big contributor when we kicked it off, years ago, 10 years ago." And we want to be really thankful to my brother Suge behind the scenes because without that brother, we wouldn't be here right now doing this thing. So that's my kudos to y'all brothers
hey,
and ladies and gents out there.
could we get a round of applause for my man Suge? Could we hit a round of applause? That's my dog right there. That's my hey. Me and Rome always say this. Suge always gonna give you one. He gonna give you one, man. So shout out to my man Suge. He a behind the scenes assassin. Anybody in the crowd or the audience out there got something to say in the comments? We welcome all comments for today. We appreciate y'all so sincerely. I didn't do for the people that was kind of upset that you wasn't in the video. I promise you I didn't do the video. I don't do the videos, right? But I do want to say we appreciate everybody that came on the show. We want to give a special shout out to every single guest we had, every single person that was in the comments, everybody that told somebody. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. Thank you. So look, next year, like Lim said, we got bigger and better things. We have a lot of organization that we rolling out in 25. And let's give you a preview, right? So this is one of the previews, right? We're gonna say King Lemuel knows, and we're gonna ask Lim to go and kick us off with some of the latest hot topics, man. The gossip of what's going on. Let's start with this Travis Hunter stuff. Like, I think that's still valid. So, Lim, tell us what's going on with educate the people on what's going on with Travis Hunter and who is he and what is he in the news for? What is the young man in the news for? What did he do?
So, for all those who may not be aware, Travis Hunter is a Heisman Trophy candidate for the Heisman. He is a dual football player. He plays offensive defense, super athletic talent. Dion loves him to death. He talks very highly of him next to Shador. And right now, he has a girlfriend. Okay. And they met in college. I want to say college, if not high school, but I believe it was college. And the deal is this: she made a comment, and I don't know why she did this, but she made a comment to the degree of saying Travis wasn't really my type. And I want to explore that because because we kind of skip over that and we go to the next part. So what I'm thinking, or my interpretation of not my type, is, and this is, I'm a man, so I don't get into how men look, but I think from an aesthetic point of view, I don't think from his looks, his physical just appearance, I think she was saying that he's not what she would normally date. Now, still would have said it, but just trying to, give some preface. Now, with that being said, she made that comment, and let me tell y'all, the internet lit her, you know what up. I'm talking about she's still trying to explain such and such. I didn't mean it like that. And they came for her. Now, here's what this was really about. Behind the scenes, Travis is going to probably go top three in the draft, if not top two, easily. So we talking about this brother getting ready to sign a nice signing bonus. He's already got his NIL money, so he's getting ready to be loaded. He's gonna come. He's coming out the gate on fire with paper. The problem is, and I'm thinking I gotta tell my brothers this, and I'll let y'all go, is he has no idea what's facing him in that league. And I'm talking about not on the field, I'm talking about off the field. She made a comment as if this brother is some dude working at Walmart on the weekends greeting everybody coming in the store. See, there's certain things, and she will learn this. There's certain things you don't say, you keep to yourself. That was one of the things she could have kept to herself. And I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to let my brothers get in on some of this. I got more, but I let my brothers get in on this. Tell them, go on, get in on this. Come on, Rome.
This is just talking about the hot topics. Like we got plenty of appreciation to do for 25.
Oh well, I keep going. You know what I'm saying? I got more. You want me to keep going? I keep going.
Wait, let's see if my brother wrong.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
All right,
Hey,
I know you ready for that heat, so I'm gonna let Ron come on in here.
no. The young man. First, let's say congrats to the young man because he did win the Heisman the other day. So we give congrats, kudos to that. And he did propose to the young lady, so it's his fiance. And I seen he defended himself the other day, protecting her and the things that's going on. But as big bro, as Unc, somebody that's a lot older, because you could be my son out there, I would say to you, young man, to be careful with the young lady that you propose to with the money that you're getting ready to have. Because some people are there for a season and some people are there for a reason. And the same thing that you won that trophy on, if you go back and look at the film, Coach Prime had to tap her on her back to get her to stand up for the young man. That was one thing that happened. Another thing that happened there, she kind of was wondering, like, how long do I have to stay here for this photo shoot that you're doing? You know, and he looking like, well, you could do this or you could do that. And one thing I'll say, don't let nobody mess up the bag. I don't care which young lady you dating, because sponsors look at that. The first thing they'll do is pull your agent to the side and say, hey, she has to go. He has
Mm-hmm.
to go, or they have to go.
Have to go.
So you have to be careful with the company you keep. And sometimes it's your very own fiance, girlfriend, wife. If she is going to mess up the bag, if you're going to look at a model, look at my man LeBron's wife, Savannah. She knew how to stay out of that spotlight and allow him to have that limelight. And she just basically took care of the boys when they came along. So all I'm saying to you is be wise, young man, before you go to that league, because like Lim said, he's gonna definitely be top three, if not top two.
No, I appreciate it. So we'll dive in this 5 more minutes, man. So 5 more minutes, we'll dive into this. So Lim, are you saying? I just want to be clear.
Okay.
I like to rock the vote.
Come
Are you
on.
are you saying the young man Travis Hunter is a simp? Is this what we getting at?
Oh, well, see now, see, wait a minute. I'm up now, see, you don't you stepping in the mud. Here's what I'm gonna say. The young man don't know any better. We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't believe he know any better. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I believe this is probably the best looking girl that he's dated prior to, you know, this. So I'm just gonna say. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem. I'm not gonna call him a simp, but here's the problem. And I think this is dangerous. She thinks from an aesthetic point, she's better than Travis. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I said it. She thinks she's better. She thinks in her presentation, she looks better than he looks. And this is what she's not saying. But his money will change and leverage all playing fields.
So can I ask
Because,
you,
go
can I
ahead.
ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Have we saw and I don't mean to be messy because I don't even dive in stuff like this, but we here now. We already deep.
Yeah, you in the mud. You might as swim.
I'm
Go
in
on and
just proposing a question. Well, have we saw the young lady, like Rome said, have we seen the young lady with and without makeup? Did we see her when they was in a pajama outfit and she said that wasn't my type? And then did you see her at the award ceremony and at the game with the fur coat and done up? Did we see both? Yes or no?
Oh yeah, I saw both.
Okay. And so what you said, I'm just trying to be clear
Right, right. Go ahead.
for my audience out here. So
Uh-huh.
are we saying that once our man get in the league, you ain't even seen he ain't even seen a portion of what he getting ready to run into? Like Miami's in LA of the world, he in Colorado, but he ain't seen the Miami's and the LA's of the world or the overseas or everybody
Right.
that's in CM. He ain't seen that part of the world.
Wait, let me tell you this. She gonna have hell with the women that gonna be chasing after Travis. She ain't seen nothing. The problem is she's so young, and I hate to. And this is the bottom line. Both of them are young. Let's just do that. But she's so young. She has no idea how the world is gonna open up to Travis, financially, endorsements, money, all that, and that changes everything. See, and she, in her own entitlement, princess treatment, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna speak for her. I think she believes she deserved this life. She don't feel like Travis is doing nothing for her. She feel like I deserve to be treated like this. That's the mentality of a generation that we're in. So this is not just about her. This is about a mentality, that princess treatment. I want that. I'm in my soft girl era. She's in her soft girl era, and now she has a train, i.e., Travis, that's gonna take her to her destination. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, one more thing. He is just a means to an end, y'all. The I just how do I get to my destination? I need a Travis Hunter. I need a secure Shador. I need to get to my destination. I don't care how I get there. I don't even care if I'm attracted to the guy or not. Uh-oh, I said it. I may not be attracted to him. I need a train to take me to where I'm trying to go. Go ahead.
Lim, I don't think all women out there trying to get a lottery ticket though. I really, really don't believe that's the case. Because ain't nowhere in the world you gonna tell me Queen Savannah. Because if you talking about a role model like Rome said,
Different generation, but different generation.
even in this generation, I know that they all want to live this so-called soft era lifestyle, right?
Right.
And we want to scam our way all the way to the top. But I believe Big Mama still. Can I finish, Liv? Dang. I just feel like the ripple effects of our ancestors, like those old spirituals we used to sing. I believe some of that is in the generation, right? And I do believe it's some of us that every time I want to do wrong, right is there, or vice versa. Every time I want to do right, wrong is there. So I want to be able to do the right thing because it's convicting. And taking somebody for their money just because they ugly is something that I can't live right with because I don't like this man. And I feel like I could fall in love with him, but I'm only marrying him for his money. And so I know this happens a lot, Lim, but I'm just telling you, I still believe is some love out there in the world. And I still believe, just like you giving him the benefit of the doubt of not being a simp, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt of understanding that she grown to like him and they gonna figure this thing out together.
You said grown to like him.
Grown to like him because it happens sometimes. I mean, see, one thing I know about women, and for my women that's out here listening,
Oh Lord.
yeah, let me know. But one thing I know about women is women can be or can grow attraction, i.e. Biggie. They can be like, oh, he cool, he make me laugh. Well, he is kind of cute, and you know what? He ain't really that ugly. His eyes ain't really that crossed. And girl, can you really see he kind of cute a little bit? If you put your eyes together. And so girls think that way. Wrong. How many guys we know from the Midwest that was extremely unattractive end up getting mad. Rome can tell you though if I'm lying. People from the Midwest can see you from LA. Y'all from a different era where y'all could flash y'all money. We was from an era that I'm telling you, you had to have charisma, clothes, swag, all that is what got the girls. It wasn't even really the money at all. It's a different era. It's a different culture. In this LA culture, you need money to, hey, baby, I'll take you here. I buy your clothes. All the drinks on me. Chicago, you walked in the spot and they was like, who is that? I just want to be around his aura. He makes me feel good. Oh my God, do you see the way everybody gravitates towards him? I want some of that charisma. Am I lying wrong me? Go ahead. Am I lying wrong?
Hey, the Midwest was different, man. It was that's why I tell everybody that the generation we came up, you had to talk. You had to go out there. I remember they used to say in Detroit, they'd be like, "Hey man, you talking to Tasha?" Like, "Oh yeah, I'm talking to her." Like, you didn't say you went with her. That means you was just kicking it with her. You just get on the phone with her, chop it up, you getting to know her. And you had to use your mouthpiece, man. You had to be, like he said, if you was an unattractive dude, your gear had to be on point. And I'm taking it all the way back. Remember back in the days when people was wearing damage, used, cross colors, Carl Kanai, FUBU days, like all of that stuff. That was the time when people had to step their game up.
Right, he telling our age audience. We see you, Jeff, in that. Go ahead.
I'm looking at what Jeff said. Jeff said athletes need to be more closed off so not any female can come around and utilize your spotlight.
And that's what they want.
Good point, brother.
That's a great point. Well, that's what they want. And see, it's about the status too, fellas. So it's not really. She wants to be able to be on those red carpets. She wants to be that woman that is known as I'm Travis Hunter's wife, girlfriend. That means something. So it's the.
Let me say this, Lim, for our audience. This wasn't the point. We was trying to go into appreciation and go over the best episodes of 2024. But we're gonna let this ride a little bit longer because we got engagement in the audience, and we see that you see that smile on Lim's face. That man is ready. So we're gonna let him take off on this. So because I ain't never seen this man smile this big, boy, since man, I don't know when the last time I saw
Hey,
him.
I'm always smiling. I'm telling my audience though.
Hey, you
But no,
you was like, hey, I don't know if I can do this.
I was tired. I was tired, but y'all woke me up. You woke a lion up. Yeah. But but no, but the truth of the matter is this: is that we're talking about. Think about this: Travis Hunter and his girl and fiance, respectfully, to be their big mama would be about our age or younger, probably younger. So she's still not the big mama that you referring to, Los. I just want to say that. Our big mama. Okay, let's do that. And then we talking about, to preface, a social media generation. That's what we live in. We didn't, you and I, and all of us, y'all, we didn't have Instagram, Facebook, right? So people are showing their success. You can see it. The kids can see it. What folks are driving, where they vacation at, right? What kind of private jet they on, even though it might not, all of it may not always be real, but it puts a subconscious thought in people's head. I want that. Whatever that is, it looked good to me. So, as a young lady, if you have any sort of beauty, you have already bought into the fact my beauty is my currency. That's currency for women. What do I mean by currency? That's going to buy me my ticket to the Super Bowl. That's going to buy me my ticket to a $20 million house. That's going to buy me my ticket to be able to vacation wherever I want to have an allowance, to have maids and butlers and live a soft girl lifestyle. They're coming in at 16 feeling this way, Los. If you go to a high school campus, brother, at 15 and 16, they are knowing what their next steps are going to be.
Well, let me
If
let me let me bring up what, and I'm gonna switch gears real quick.
okay.
Now we stand here, but I'm gonna switch gears. I saw Rome. Did you see Uncle Luke? Uncle Luke came out with a statement, right? And this was really profound. He was like, "I don't think the young lady a gold digger," and he was like, "Let me tell you why I don't think she a gold digger, because she is not cohort. She don't have experience to be a gold digger, right?" He's like, somebody like Lisa Ray said, if you don't make this much money, it's a waste. And I ain't really mad at her, because that's her standards. If you don't make this much money, we can't afford a vacation together, because I vacation up here. And why should I dumb it down? Because that's what I'm used to, right? Now, a chick like her, if she had a mama like Lisa Ray, or forgive me, Steve Harvey, or Margie, I
Oh
think
yeah.
I think she would have been coerced to. She probably would have already been pregnant right now, because that's the smartest thing. She probably would have already been pregnant. She would have had 3 cars in her name, and she would have had a house in her name. She would have had just as many NIL deals as he did. Because a real gold digger that's specifically for that, I'm thinking. So I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. That's why I'm saying they are young. And I don't really think that is what she might grow to be one. I don't know. And I'm just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. But I am saying, at the end of the day, we do live in a different generation. And my thing is, and it is hard. You know what? I'm gonna let y'all in my business right quick. I just had a real important conversation with my son. And it was a heart to heart, right? And it was hard for me, because as a father, he's a really good son. He does everything the right way. He's a great athlete, amazing student, very respectful. He considers others. But I took his phone over something real dumb, and he didn't understand why. I took his phone because he would not express himself to me. Hey, how was your day? Type stuff, or he shut down. And I took his phone for a while, right? And I'm letting y'all in my business because I want y'all to be able to understand the importance of being a father, right? Just not just talking about it, but being a real father. And the reason I was like, hey, do you know why I took your phone? And he was confused. I'm pretty sure he's conflicted, because he got great grades. He's not disrespectful. So he looked at me like the punishment wasn't
Don't
warranted.
take the try.
Yeah, it's not warranted. Like, Pops, what you doing? And I had to sit him down after a week. Could you imagine me taking limb phone for a week, let alone my son that this is era? And so I took his phone, but the importance of it is I was trying to get him to understand is, son, in life, if the police pull you over and say, license and registration, please, step out the car. Oh my God, you fit the description. And I can, whatever they want to call you, disrespectfully. You don't have the option of shutting down or not speaking or expressing yourself, right? And what I'm trying to get my son to understand is self-expression. You want to be able to, now, even if you said, hey, Pops, I'm not having a good day. Could we talk about this Thursday? Could you give me a few days? I need to process this. I got a lot going on in my mind. But you don't have the ability to not say nothing. Oh, it was all right. It was cool. You don't have that ability. And so, yeah, I might be a little bit harsh on this, but I think it got the point across, because what I'm trying to get him to understand, there's a difference between having a bad day and then coming home and taking it out on others. And I brought that up to say, with this generation, you got to hold yourself accountable by seeing what's on social media and Travis Hunter and all of that. Because, see, the reality of it is, if I was talking to the young man, I'm going to tell him, hey, like I told my nephew, my little niece now, I don't even want to mention her name, but about 4 of my nieces swear up and down that they was going to be with their boyfriends that was in high school right before they was going to college. And I was like, hey, I don't mean to bust. And they got mad at me. They were ready to fight. Like, hey, this is always going to be my girl or this is going to be my boyfriend. What you talking about? He going to be here next year. And I'm looking like, you know what? The thing is, I've been where you trying to go. And all I'm trying to understand, I'm getting Travis to understand. I don't know if you know what's up. I know you trying to get engaged now, but I don't really know. I know these Skittles is good. But have you ever tasted some Mike and Ike's? Or have you ever tasted Grandma Pound Cake? Have you ever tasted the peach cobbler or the banana pudding?
Oh man, good Lord.
Hey Jeff, it hit a little different if you just only had some Skittles. He probably only had some Skittles, but until you can go to the real candy store, I could take you to a candy store called Sloan's in LA. They got absolutely everything in there that's your favorite. And so could you imagine a kid in that candy store? Like mama say I can only get one. But mama, I want to taste that and that and that and that and that. And so that is how it is as a young man. And I can't speak from a female perspective, but I'm telling you for a young man, I'm not saying you can't marry a young lady, but it was a song back in the day that say, mama used to say, take your time, young man. I used to say, don't you much to get
That's right.
all of that is what mama used to say. And speaking of mama, it say, make mama proud. Y'all see that? Man, shout out to my cousin. This our business, make mama proud. I appreciate her. And this my nephew business right here, Chicago Low. Y'all like that? Permanent high. So, anyways, that shout out to them. But go ahead, Lim. What you say?
Well, no, spoke on a lot. So I will say, I think there's a lot of young people when they were in high school, and even probably I've heard stories where people were college sweethearts, and for whatever reason they didn't make it as a couple outside of high school, outside of college. Life happens, and you couldn't tell Travis right now, bless his heart, as a young man, that she's not the one that he's you can't tell him that. But what we do know, that further down the road everything looks different as we get older, right? And the question remains, and this is back to what you said, Los, about we don't know if her mother is not a Marjorie Harvey, or I'm not saying she is, or I mean, hey, listen, we don't know. But what we do know is Travis believes she's the one. He's young. I believe it's his first major love interest. I will also say we don't even know if she has not been pregnant. Uh-oh. Because just because the baby don't go to term or he don't mean she ain't never been pregnant. So a lot of things could have already happened. She just didn't have the baby. But I will say this. He's young. He's about to be very rich. He's going to be a top, like I said, top 2 player in the league, in the draft, excuse me, not in the league, in the draft. And that comes with a lot. And they used to have, I don't know if you guys know this, they used to have NBA pre-camp. And what the pre-camp was about, before all the rookies and all them guys would go in the league, they would send them to New Jersey to the NBA league office. And they would have all these old players from back in the day come and talk to them about their money. Come and talk to them. And that wasn't even the biggest talking point. The biggest talking point was the women. They spent hours and hours and hours talking about the women. Because you know what? You ain't gonna keep your money if you make the wrong decision with these women.
So let me ask you about Rome. Why you didn't say nothing, and why y'all ain't say nothing? And I hear you, Jeff, about her actions, but I'm thinking she young. But Rome, let me ask you, why you didn't say nothing about Archie Manning and his girlfriend on the Caucasian side? Like y'all ain't say nothing about the Michigan State guys that's making it to the league. I know that this is publicized because we understanding that this young lady getting ready, her life getting ready to change. But they still young, right? I think whether she get married to him or not, her life gonna change regardless because she in the middle of that. And believe it or not, what you didn't tell the audience that's listening, he rich now.
Right, right now.
We ain't talking about LeBron James and I'll buy you a Hummer rich. We talking about he rich right now in college, right now. Right now. We ain't talking about I ain't gotta wait to get to the league. I'm rich right if it all ends today, he rich right now. And so my thing is to Jeff's point, I just think she learning the game. She learning how to act when she in public around this man. And my thing is whether she is interested or not, you better go take acting classes. Because at this point, you can't fumble the bag. I'm just saying if she was trying to fumble. You gotta learn how to hold it like this the handoff. You gotta learn how to hold on to that rock. Come on, Romy.
Hey, no, hey,
wait, Ron. Before you talk, and this is another preview for 25. Rome gonna have a segment, and it's gonna be called "Rome is not built in a day." And so Rome gonna bring some logic. So now, when I pass this mic, Rome, you gotta say something substantial for the people, and it gotta be very concrete. Rome wasn't built in a day. This is gonna be your segment. Come on, Rome. What you got for us?
all right. Hey, so backtracking, you said something about the other guys that's drafted in the NFL. Well, one thing that I noticed, a player like him doesn't come around very often. The last time a defensive player won, it was Charles Woodson.
That's right.
And we know the career Charles Woodson had in the NFL. So one thing people got to realize is just because you did well in college doesn't mean it's going to lead over to the NFL.
Right.
So it's work ethic, and it's work ethic. You really got to be first one, to practice, last one to leave. I always call it that Kobe told us best, no matter what sport you're in, the Mamba mentality. This is your work. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's hard for the young men today in those sports because when you take your job serious, you're going to have very little time out there. Those of us who are in the corporate America world and you travel a lot, yeah, he's making a lot of money, but guess what? He's not home a lot because he's out there getting the bread. So what I'm saying to the young man is kudos to you for everything that you've done. But you have to protect the bag, and you always have to realize that this is not college. Excuse me. This is not college. The NFL will look at you just as a number if you're not out there producing. Once you go to that NFL, it's a whole different ball game. All they care about is production. If you don't produce, every year there's an NFL draft. You can and will be replaced. So I was just saying to the young man, was a book we read some years ago. What got you here won't get you there.
Yes, sir. Hey, that boy Ron be preaching, don't he? What got you here won't get you there. I'm gonna make sure I document that.
Yeah, we're gonna put that book up.
Me personally, Lim, I think he got a better chance of making it than more often or any other person in the draft, and mainly because he played both sides. The probability, I'm a bet man. The probability of him being successful is going to be a little bit better if, in fact, whichever one they choose, hopefully that's the right one, defense or offense, because he's really good. Okay, let's segue. Okay, let's segue into the show. Okay, so what do y'all think about 24? Let's talk about the year. Lim, what do you think about this 2024 year? Did it go by fast, or what's your thoughts about this year?
Man, listen, if the 24 blew by, I looked up, it was January, and now, and I don't know if that's a residual effect that we getting older. They say as you get older, seems like time go by faster. Because, I mean, I'm going to take y'all back. When you was 18, you couldn't be ready to wait to be 21. Then, you know what I'm saying? And it seemed like it took a long time. I'm going to take the time between 18 and 21 felt like 10 years. And then after that, it seemed like the year just flying by, man. Just next time you're 21, then you look up you're 30. You're 30, you look up you're 45. So I would and that's a message there. I would tell anybody, do not take time in life for granted. You have it. This life goes by fast, and it don't take long to look up. And you're not the same age. You can't do the things that you used to do. Somebody was asking me a question. He said, man, he said, you think you can go play a full court basketball game right now, like really, like run up and down both sides and not bending over? I said, I work out now. However, when you run up and down that floor, and not just with somebody my age, I'm talking about with kids like 18, 19, and 20. That's a whole nother level from somebody in my age group. So I said, I don't know. I said, I tell you what, I ain't going out there to try either. I don't I said I retired from the court a long time ago. But back to this. 2024 has been very interesting. It's the year has gone by very quickly. I thank God that we started this format again. I'm looking forward to, like I said, 2025, and all the great things that we have in store. I love the little segments that Los, give him credit. He came up with these segments, ladies and gentlemen. The Rome wasn't building today, so I like that. But I'm gonna pass it on to you guys back. But I think it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to 2025. I am.
What you got, Rome? 2024. What was it for you?
Hey, 2024 kicked off with a bang. Los and I, we spoke about kicking off this podcast, and it started with WhatsApp. Then we took it to the screen when we got to June. So another, my day, I watch a lot of podcasts, and it kicked off pretty well when Cat Williams said what this year was going to be. The year of exposure, he said it's the reckoning. He called it the reckoning, is what he said. And everything that brother said,
It's a mystery. Did y'all see that JB Fox? But anyways, go ahead. It's a mystery.
that brother said the reckoning, and everything he said, that some of the people he named, those things. And there's a rumor. I'm not here to spread no gossip, but there's a rumor that he's kicking off this new year with some more heat. Um, and so all I'm saying is that we fine toothing the things that we got to work on. So when we go into 25, we can give you guys something bigger, something better, as Lim said. And so, Los, the floor is yours, brother.
Man, look, 24 has been a real difficult year. It's bittersweet because it's been difficult, but it's been blissful as well. Let me tell you what I mean by that, right? So 24 has a lot of ups and downs as it relates to investing and different things that I'm trying to do personally, right? But on the flip side, man, do you know since we revamped the podcast, and let me just give y'all a little quick history lesson. We started this in 2013, believe it or not. When I first moved to LA, Rome and I was on the phone, and we was shout out to my boy AC. So we was on the phone with, it was me, Rome, and my boy Archer, and we was like, man, we should get together, we should do this, whatever. So we started forming a men's group. It was specifically for men, and we used to get on the phone every Wednesday to talk about different subjects. And we used to start off with scripture, and then we used to talk about some men barbershops talk. And then one thing led to another. We had different topics. We had a lot of different guests. And then things started getting really big. And then it hit me one day. I was like, man, y'all, we should be able to do more in the community with the kids. It's certain things we should be able to do while we out here instead of just talking all week, right? And then it revamped recently. What up, Jerk? So it revamped recently, right? About, hey, we should just add women. We should be able to have a different point of views. And then things just blew up to where we are now, where we continue to get bigger and bigger. And we just appreciate y'all. So I appreciate 24 for what it is, but I guarantee you 25 is going to be phenomenal. And this is why I appreciate people like Jeff and Jerk. Because let me tell you what Jerk do for me in particular, right? So she hold me accountable. Hey, Los, what about that other business and venture you told me you was going to do? Like, no, this our year. Like, we going to get it. You going to, no, make that call right now. I'll wait till you make the call and call me back and let me know how it went. She really, I know black women don't like the word aggressive, but she's really assertive then when it comes down to pushing the people that she loved to their success, because she want to see everybody win. Same thing with Jeff. Jeff was like, hey, man, like, y'all doing a great job, but y'all need to be able to push better. Y'all need to be able to push more. And we try to push him. He push us. Same thing with Lo and everybody else that actually pushes us to be great. And so if I can't take nothing away from this, I'll say this. This is my last point. I had one person reach out to me since we've been doing the revamp shield, right? And they was like, and this is a person that I argue with often about atheist stuff and just random stuff. But out the blue, he was like, "Hey, Los, let me ask you a question." And I was like, "What's up, bro?" He was like, what version of the Bible do you read?" And so I'm looking around like, what, Rome? I'm looking like, what? Me personally, I like the NLT, right? So I like the NLT. That's what I told him. I was like, reading the NLT it's changed my life tremendously. And I was like, "Man, why did you ask?" He was like, "Man, because recently I've been going through a lot, and I just felt like just hearing from y'all. I want to be able to hear and understand where y'all get y'all inspiration from." You don't understand how much of a blessing that is for me, Lim, and Rome to hear something like that, because it's showing you that the work that we're doing is not in vain. And I'm not an advocate for always pushing religion, because that's not what we're doing, right? But what our job is to inspire, motivate, educate. This is what we try to do for the people. We try to get you with. That's why we don't want to be put in no box. You can't come on our show and say, "Oh, we're gonna hear the same." No, we're gonna give you good stuff. We're gonna give you people that's gonna come in here visiting. We're gonna give you interview styles. We're gonna give you panel styles. We're gonna give you ex-prostitutes that's gonna be on the show, i.e. Lim brought his friend. We're gonna give you people that's homosexual that get on here and say how I'm struggling with my relationship with God. We gonna give you some good stuff that people don't talk about. Listen, I'm being vulnerable. I share with you my personal relationship with my son. And why would I do this if I ain't love the audience? I love y'all. I want y'all to keep writing in the show. I want y'all to keep getting advice from us. I want Rome to dig deep into Rome One Building today. I want King Lemuel Speaks to be able to talk about some of the gossip and what's going on today's era. And then we're going to all bring it together to give you something good and something that you can feel, like in Bo said, giving you something that he can feel. You see what I'm saying? Let you know that it's real.
Oh, this boy crazy. Anyway, so here's the thing. I think I'm listening to that story you just told. So what we don't realize, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this: we don't know who's watching and who needs to hear something that we may say in passing. And I think it's very important when we do you have a format like this to understand that the audience is very vital to what we would call success. It's not just about, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's not just about us coming on here just bumping our gums, just talking crazy. I think there is a method to the madness, and I will say this: that as much as some topics may get a little, stretched, the point being is we want people to be aware and to be able to make better choices in life. That's all. Self-awareness is key. And so the more information you have, the better choices you can make in life. Right? You can say that may not work for me. Let me try this, right? But sometimes I think, and what I'll go, y'all, when we go to Bible, here we go. My people perish for lack of knowledge. That's what you want to hear? I can go there too. Come on now. So it is. We want to be able to bring some information to the audience, something that an angle they may not have thought of before. Like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. And maybe bring on some guests who might bring an angle to life that they never thought before. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, we have prejudgments about people. Let's just be honest. We all do. And sometimes we need to see it in real time, see what that person, that homosexual was struggling with, trying to be a Christian. And you see what I'm saying? We're trying to see, is it possible? Does God still use imperfect people? That's a topic we're going to talk about. We're going to go into that, right? Because sometimes we like to pick and choose who God uses. That ain't for us to do. So we're going to really get into those type of things where this is a good part. We want to challenge you to open up your eyes to see the world is bigger than even what our little communities say it is. It's bigger than our families. It's bigger than our zip codes. And people have all live in all sorts of realities all over the world. And my dream for this show, if you ask me, my dream for this show is, for one, we getting DMs and calls from Switzerland, from Ireland, from Africa. People talking about, I've been watching your show for XYZ, and you just don't know how much that means to me. That's where I want this show to go. So that's my inspiration for tonight. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead,
Hey,
Rumi.
y'all preaching good, man. The fact of the matter is, we live in a social media time frame, and everybody has access to YouTube. For those of you who don't know, next month TikTok's about to be banned.
That's right.
I don't have the date in front of me, but YouTube is basically going to be your source for pretty much everything. And so, getting this thing across, the world is going to be a lot easier. I remember there was a few people that hit me that I met traveling, and they're like, "Well, I said, hey, say go to YouTube if you want to go on there." So hopefully, it's able to translate into their languages so that they can understand, what we're talking about and everything like that. Because, like you said, I do see this thing going international. And shout out to our boy Jay International, because he came on here, and that was one of my favorite shows, talking about the real passport, bro. And he just letting you all know, men and women, that every man that's out there traveling is not traveling for the wrong things. You know, some years ago, I was telling Lowe's, I said, man, I was at a barbershop, and all the brothers was talking about what they did in high school, what they did in college. And I started thinking, I was like, man, if we don't start doing some type of things where we get together as men, next thing you know, you looking at this person in the casket. And that's not the way I want to look at things. So that's when I started telling Lowe's, like, hey, man, we got to get up out of here. Hey, Suge, we got to get up out of here. Suge, like, I'm already doing it.
That boy sure, hey, Suge don't leave no crumbs on the
Hey,
table.
that
None.
boy Suge go out there for the culture. So that's all. That's my take on it, man. I see the international thing.
Yes. Come on, Lim. What was your favorite episode of 2024?
Well, oh my God. The reparations did the big numbers, but I'm trying to think. Oh, I actually enjoyed the show with the young lady who was down with being a sister wife.
Of course
I
you did.
I
Shout,
enjoyed that. I'm gonna tell you why I enjoyed that. Well, I'm gonna tell you.
shout out to my girl, my sister Sharice, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
Sharice.
I enjoyed her
What was it
because
called? The name of that show for the audience is called Walking in Your Authentic Truth. But go ahead.
okay, thank you. I enjoyed that show because it first of all, I gotta tell our audience, it takes a lot of you know what to get on here and tell your personal business. Yeah, it's one thing we talking about other people. It's another thing when you talking about yourself. So what's the challenge for us, you guys, is to have people come here and tell their authentic truth, right? Uninhibited and willing to ask questions without any worry about, people getting upset or whatever like that or getting into that. So I really appreciate shout out to her. I appreciate her for coming on our show, having a different point of view. That's not everybody's life, but being able to bring it to the forefront so people again could see somebody may have needed to hear that point of view. I want to say that again. I want to preface that. Audience, just because something may not be your cup of tea, I don't want you to dismiss it and make it seem like it's not valid to anyone. Again, there's 7 billion people in the world. And so for those 7 billion people, we're trying to reach everybody. So I'm going to apologize to you ahead of time. We're going to have people on the show you're not going to agree with. Bottom line. And I know my brothers agree with me.
We're
But
gonna
it's all for the education and information and to help people connect with people who are like-minded. So that's what I wanted to say.
Well, I'm gonna cheat real quick. I'm gonna just cheat one time. I got three favorites, right? And I ain't gonna. They not in order, but I love. Shout out to my homegirl Osha. Osha kicked it off for us. If you
That's
ask
right.
me. And so Osha did a phenomenal job talking about her marriage. I forgot the name of that show, but she was talking about her marriage and how she had to go through a lot of different issues to take ownership to repair her marriage. That was one of my favorite ones. My next favorite one was My Son Is My King. When we had young TK and Bishop on here, shout out to our boy Bishop, man. See, y'all don't give Bishop a lot of credit too, because in the beginning, before we even converted over to IG and YouTube, it was Bishop. And Bishop ruffled a lot of feathers with the ladies, the dudes. They couldn't stand Bishop. because of his Kevin Samuel talk and the stuff he was speaking on. And we love Bishop. So shout out to Bishop. But My Son Is My King was my second one. And my third and final and probably number one is Blended Families. I think it just hit a lot of different angles when you talk about blended family. A lot of people, matter of fact, that's taboo in Black families. We don't really talk about it because I said so. That's your father because I said, go pass that remote to your father. That ain't my father. I said, pass the remote. And then so all you know is Mr. John came on over as Uncle John, and that is your stepfather. And you ain't even know how it got started. And so my thing is you laugh at them, but you know this happens a lot in the Black family. And at
Right.
the end of the day, that's why when I had my Aunt Kim on that was able to break it down from a crazy point of view of raising 8-9 kids in one household is absolutely insane if you think about it. That takes patience of a saint to be able to think about doing something like that, let alone Lim talking about some frowning upon stepfathers. Could you imagine having 8 of them things that you got to raise? Like, I couldn't imagine. But that's me. I cheated with the 3 that I love. 24 was just a snippet of what 25 gonna be. So let's talk to the people, Rome, about what you envision and what you see coming in 25. Some of the episodes that you're looking forward to, or what you're looking forward to from the Shield.
Hey, Lim kind of touched on it. I'm one of those, man. I guess you could say Outkast was one of my favorite group, and it wasn't just because of the name that they chose. It was because of how lyrical they were,
Yeah.
and they were different at that time when they came out in '93. And although they came out in '93 to us, they had already been rocking some years before, and they wasn't mainstream at that point. So what I'm saying to you is there's somebody right now that got a story that'll rock a lot of people's world out there. So I'm just telling y'all, and some people may not know it. Me in particular, next year we're gonna these 2 brothers right here and anybody else. I'll be able to share some things with you guys, and it's one of those things where I gotta pray on it because is so deep that I don't know if I want to end the night like that. So I probably have to do something pre-recorded on that one. So people have to send all of their questions to Los ahead of time and Lim ahead of time, just because it's a heavy thing and it's difficult to go out there and talk about something so heavy. So when we look at the Cat Williams type stories and how he hit the network and took things to another level, I foresee us really taking things to another level. I guess the only illustration I can use when you can look at NASA and how that rocket takes off, it goes straight. It doesn't go at an angle. It goes straight into the air. So I foresee that for us, fellas.
So breaking news. Let me interpret this for y'all that didn't understand what young Rome just said. What he said is breaking news. Coming in 25, I'm gonna drop something on y'all that y'all don't know. You think you know, you have no idea. And so what was that? That was MTV. What was that? It was like, you think you know, you have no idea. So some of y'all in the audience think y'all know us. Y'all think y'all got us figured out. You know what Lowe's gonna say. Oh, we already know what Lim gonna say. He say the same stuff. We know Rome. I mean, we know. You have no idea. Once we dive into Lim background, what you think you know about Lim, what you think you know about Los, and how you think you got Rome figured out. In 25, we're going to unveil this onion. We're going to try to scale back and peel back some of these layers so you can understand there's more to us than just talking crazy. We got our input on a lot of things in the world, but see, the premise is he told his view. Let me tell my view. What I see is the reason that Los is involved in this is because I want to elevate, I want to educate, I want to evolve. So when I talk to people, I want you to see it differently. I got hope that somebody like Bishop would get on here and see it differently, right? So if you the woman that can make him see it differently, then he sees something differently or not. But at the end of the day, everybody deserves an opportunity to see things differently. I'm talking about different from how you used to seeing it because you was hurt, Lim, right? because you saw three girls at the airport with bonnets and you think they all wear them. It's a way that you got to see it differently, is what I'm saying. And that is why Los is going to be intricately involved with being able to do more research, getting more people on. We collaborating with different podcasts. We got a lot of our members here that got their own businesses. I mean, Jeff doing a phenomenal job in music, and he got several different shows, like channels, not just one. I mean, he got the LeBron, not one, not two, not three. Jeff got a lot of stuff going on. Jerky, oh my God, what Jerky gonna hit y'all with Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks and the lead cover, the lead queen over here. She gonna kill the game. We're gonna have a lot of people on talking about what they got going on. Past members like Heike and Lowe, they got businesses. We got Candace, Ashley. It's a lot of people, other Ashley, like, it's a lot of stuff people got going on in their life, and we want to be able to, J International, it's a lot of people that got stuff going on that we want to give them a platform to do their thing. Because whatever we can do to help, baby, this is about elevating. And I want to encourage. So what I want to do is take this last moment to do closing remarks. But I want us to talk about what we appreciate out of this year or what we got going on. This is your chance, your opportunity to show the audience how we appreciate us as men and encourage other people in the audience to do the same. So we're going to start with you, Romy.
Oh man! First of all, shout out to Jerk and Jeff. They comment saying thanks and kudos to us. We appreciate y'all both and everybody out there. Shout out to Lo as well, because she was on a couple of episodes and really gave her input. When it comes to that, when you reflect on the men and the women, my thing is, in life we don't always agree on everything, but in the time that we live in, it's hard for people to realize that we can agree to disagree. There's going to be some things that I may not agree with Los or Lim, but that's life. We're not always going to see eye to eye on certain things, but one thing that we all stand on is that word. Now, if we go to the word and we look at it and we say, hey, this is what the word says, that's a whole different thing. And so my thing is, the young folks say standing on business. I like to use that line, and I just think to elevate and move into where we're going. And anybody out there, the thing is, the young folks said it best: stand on business. Mean what you say what you mean, and be professional. My thing is, I was I had to go to a meeting the other day, and the lady was like 15 minutes late, and she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, this, and this." And I was just like, "Hey, my thing is, you reached out. We're in Atlanta. The traffic is bad. That's why I always leave way, because sometimes you can be there just on time. You may not make it on time. It takes one accident to do that. But I would say, in closing, for me, not everybody celebrates the holidays, but for those of you that do, we want to wish you and your families Merry Christmas, because there's going to be some children out there next week that don't have an opportunity to open a gift. They're just thankful to be with their family. So at the end of the day, we got to realize that it's not always about the gift. Don't forget the reason for the season. And everybody know, you call, Yahshua, Jesus, whatever you want to use, in the book, but don't forget the reason for the season. That's my take, fellas.
Yes, sir. Romy, what you got, King?
All
King
right, so I got another segment that we gotta do too next year. I'm gonna give you all a preview. It's called "Won't He Do It?" This is where we shout out the couples who are doing the damn thing. That this is I'll give you a little preview. This is John and Cherie. They've been married 10 plus years. They doing the damn thing. Won't he do it? So that's
Yep.
coming in 2025. The other topic, the other thing, won't he do it? The other thing I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we bringing on a real life. Well, I'm going to. I'm not going to tell. I'm not putting this on y'all. I'm bringing on a real life Mr. Earl. I
Oh,
know Mr. Earl, and he talking about y'all have mistreated him and judged him unfairly. He gonna wear his white shoes. You know them white shoes he gonna wear? He got the white shoes. He gonna sing. He ready to sing Luther to y'all. He's like, y'all bitch, y'all treat Mr. Earl wrong. So I got to bring on a real life Mr. Earl. He said his retirement money spent just like everybody else's money. So anyway, that's but back to being serious. I'm sorry, I had to just say it. But no, in all fairness, in all honesty, look, we thank you guys again. I wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I want you to be safe. Enjoy your families. That's what it's really about. Everybody enjoy their families. Appreciate your family. Tell them you love them. That's we don't do that enough. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Tell your family you love them. I don't care if you don't feel it. Tell it. I love you, and I appreciate you, and I thank God for you. All of them, the ones you like and the ones you don't. That's my word.
Let me give y'all a little context about Mr. Earl. Just for y'all that don't know who Mr. Earl is. Mr. Earl is the old brother at the club with the chest hairs, and he got his shirt open, and he trying to holler at all the young girls. And I asked every single woman on the call, "Hey, what about Mr. Earl?" No, I don't want no Mr. Earl. And so they always downplay Mr. Earl because he the old dude that don't nobody want. And they all think they could get Idris Elvis and Will Smith and all the young guys, the young tenders, as we
Right.
would call them for the females. That's what Mr. Earl is. And as far as Lim say about the appreciation, let me give y'all a real story example too. We're gonna get a lot of stories too. One day, me and Ron went on vacation, right? And we were on vacation with the fellas, right? And one day we got this villa. Suge, yeah, I'm telling on you. So we all left. We got this villa, and one day we was like, man, listen, we don't need no girls. No, we'll make breakfast. And so we started making breakfast, and I noticed me and Ron was hovering the kitchen, and I'm looking at him like it's either I'm gonna make the potatoes or I'm gonna make the country fried potatoes, or you gonna make them. You gonna make the eggs, and then so we was going back and forth about making this breakfast because we all want to prove we had some best breakfast. He know how to cook, I know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? So we in there doing our thing, and then we had to slow down to understand we could get more better. We could get a lot more done if we was able to delegate. Hey, Rome, you do the eggs, I do the hash browns, you do the pancakes, and yeah, we cook. I know. I hear y'all. Yeah, we cook. We get down right. And so, what the premise is with this show, too much is given, much is required, right? So me, I tell y'all all the time, I play cards. I like bid. Shout out to my mama. I like bid wins, right? So what I like to do is we gonna distribute. We gonna be able to come at y'all real hard for 25. I can't wait to 25. You know why? Because these episodes are recorded. And I appreciate y'all brothers so much that anytime or anything ever happened to my brother King Lemuel, my boy Romy, I can always go back to be able to understand and see your conversation, see what you was thinking, see the way you were smiling, because this put a smile on all of our face, including the people that's watching. And I just want to let y'all know I really, really appreciate y'all brothers. Y'all feel like y'all my actual brothers. And so at the end of the day, the Bible say, are you your brother's keeper? And the answer is yes, because I got real brothers out here that would ride or die for me, and I feel like I do the same for y'all. Rome make this story all the time in Detroit. He say, man, all I got to do is make one phone call. I had a whole hood up here, and so Rome always say that one phone call. What he say? What he say? Sure, one call and that's all. So my thing is for me, all I got to do is make one call. Hey, Lim. Hey, I'm going through some stuff, bro. It's hard on me here. I need y'all to pray for me. I need y'all to be able to encourage me. And I know I could call each one of these brothers and they're going to be able to uplift me and they're going to be able to get me back on track. And so what I'm saying to the audience is Big Mama said 2 is better than 1. And so my thing is, if there's 2 or more gathered in God's name, they can't ask for anything and it won't be done. That's scripture. And now, whether you believe it or not, because that do sound far-fetched, but it say if me, Rome, and Lim, if we ask for anything on earth, it shall be done if we touch and agree. That's what it's saying, Matthew. If you don't believe me, go find it and then call me a liar. So I'm just saying to you, that's what we believe. So imagine if it's us 3, and then we bring Jeff on, and we bring Jerky on, and we bring Low and everybody else that believed in the shield. and we touched and agreed and believed that this thing could be more powerful than somebody that went viral doing some nasty stuff or getting naked or being able to do something crazy or some porn. What if we able to go viral just by being ourselves and being able to be authentic and talking about true stuff without even cussing, but by just being us? Why we just can't be authentic? So what I'm saying to you is, Ron hit you with this. Is there anything hard for God? And then is there anything good that can come out of the shield? Is there anything good that can come from under the shield? Come and see. So all I'm saying to you, shout out to Dixmoor too. So come and see, and I encourage y'all to be on the next call. We'll see y'all in 25. We're going to do a countdown. Y'all ready? On the count of 10, we're going to count down from 10, and we're going to tell everybody Happy New Year for 25 because we're going to see y'all in the new year. 10, 9, 8, I feel like Steph Curry. 7, 6, 5. Jordan used to do this too. 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New
Happy
Year!
New Year!
Okay, we'll see y'all in 25, man. Enjoy your family. We love y'all.
See ya.
All right.